Hey, we're live. Hello, welcome to our annual Airfix launch pop-up chat. So, there's a lot of people in the chat already. Wow, we're doing all right, actually. We've got over 245 watching us.
Wow.
You know, because you could bugger off and watch the launch, obviously, on the Airfix channel, but we'll be watching it as well and commentating. We won't go overboard and just like talk over, but you probably hear us go yippee-ki-yay if it's something that we like, obviously. But we've got Luke in, we've got Ben, we've got Barry there, and we've got John as well. And I think John Parker's here as well if I add him to the stage. It's one of those days, isn't it? I'm always buzzing this time of year. You know, Christmas is gone, a new year, and we've spent our money on alcohol and presents for everyone, and now we can just enjoy and see what Airfix is going to announce and release over the next 12 months. So, and I'm excited. Any guesses so far from you lads on what it might be?
Well, I've got my checklist of vintage classics, so I'm going to tick any off that I've got right.
Brilliant.
I'm still thinking that. I'm still thinking from that picture that they shared earlier in the week, a 48 Phantom is coming.
Yeah.
British one. I think that's what I would put my money on.
Okay. Yes, it. Luke, anything you fancy? Or you call it soft shell or whatever it was called the other day?
Yeah, soft shell 35th scale vehicles.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a lot of things, but what they actually do is not the same thing, is it? But I would be inclined to agree with Ben. I think that's a good shout.
Yeah, understandable. John, anything you fancy? John Alec?
You know, a Kitty Hawk and a Landy. That would be nice.
A Kitty Hawk. Yeah, Kitty Hawk. A Landy. I'm still fingers crossed. I'm still fingers crossed for a Bearcat, but
I mean, if we don't get the Phantom, for example, I'm expecting a Tornado.
Yes.
In either 72nd or 48.
Yeah.
48 scale fast jet of some sort.
Yeah. But did they do that last year with the Jaguar?
Yeah. I think we'll see a new Sea King livery as well.
Ooh, that would be nice. That would be nice. No,
you might also see a 2-seat Jag.
Yeah.
Or E-Type.
Yeah.
No, Supercat Jaguar.
As you know, Airfix are popping on after the launch to answer our questions, your questions. Please be respectful as per normal. Obviously, the site will go live at 4:00, the Airfix website. Please don't go posting what's on the website into the chat. We would like to be surprised ourselves. That's why we watch the launch. So out of respect for everybody, can you just wait? So after the launch, we can then discuss what's happening. We can discuss what's going to be launched, what's going to be released, what's new tooled, and so just bear that in mind. And you can say what you want after the actual video's finished. But yeah, we will try to keep our comments.
Unknown caller.
Likely nuisance. There you go. That's a good start. I'll put my phone on silent. It's on personal anyway, so there you are. So if you keep that to yourself, then we'll talk about it after, which will be that's the kind of the plan. I say that at Airfix, I think Dale's coming on with Clint and Matt. Clint's their researcher, and Matt, I think, is I can't remember what the title of his job title is now. But he's head of something at Airfix.
Head of product, isn't it?
Head of product, isn't it? Yeah, head of product. You got head of brand, head of product. So yeah, that's the plan. If you have any questions, obviously put QQQ before you post, and then what I'll do is I will star them and then try and get as many questions asked to them. So we've got 9 minutes. In the chat, anybody got any ideas to follow on with the Go theme? Buccaneer and Jaguar, so a Tornado should be next, says Stephen Potter. Bearcat and new channel in progress. Last year they did the links from Operation Herrick. Hopefully the Land Rovers are coming. I would like to see a lot of the Herrick right back in. As you know, I've got quite a few of them on the shelf. The Coyote, the Jackal, the figures. I haven't got the Warrior. I've never been able to grab a Warrior at the price because they go for megabucks now, don't they? The Warrior.
Nice kit.
Somebody sent me the Augusta Westland Merlin HC3, which I've got down there, and I have got the box of the AH7 Westland Link. Sorry, but that was prior to the Operation Herrick. I think it was a year before, if I'm right.
No, AH7 was on Herrick.
It was a Herrick one as well.
Yeah, it was.
But wasn't it released before they brought out the Operation Herrick?
They did it out in the Op Herrick's range as well.
Yeah, I know they did the Operation Herrick range, but I thought it was released a year before that because I saw a box.
It might have been.
A box before it. Yeah,
it was. They did a whole like diorama in a box. I think there was a Snatch Land Rover, Wimmick Land Rover figures, the helicopter.
Yeah,
it was all in one box.
Yeah. They did the figures. Was it Land Rover? Was it Land Rover helicopter and figures all in one set? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, they did. I built them all, although it was a while ago. So they did a set of figures, like standalone boxing. That was like an infantry patrol, basically.
Yeah.
Then they did a set of like figures that were looking in the engine bay of the Land Rover, and that one was underneath, one was changing a tire, that sort of stuff.
Yes.
And then they did several boxings where they do either one of the vehicles with the infantry patrol, or they do one of the vehicles with the vehicle crew, essentially. And then they did that one with the helicopter, the vehicle. I think it was a Snatch Land Rover. And the figures all in one box.
That's right.
Devon Sager says, question. After the Stalwart, you think we'll get more Cold War British vehicles, 4-ton trucks?
Hope so.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I think they found a vein when they did the Ferret Scout, for instance, and the popularity of that. And then you had the Stalwart. I think you'll find that. I think there's going to be a pattern forming. Once they find a vein, I think they'll run with it. Don't expect tanks, folks.
No.
Why bother when everybody else has done them? Tiger ones, all that. So, and apologies for my nose. I've still got this blasted cold. I've had it now 6 days. So if I go off screen, it's because I'm blowing it because I'm dribbling. So yeah, what are we doing so far? So have a quick look. How's it saying? What we got here? 6 minutes, 5 minutes to go before we start.
5 minutes to go.
5 minutes to go. Yes. Hard to beat all the special hobby versions, though. Yeah, I get that. Control Tower and Angel Interceptor have been on my wish list for a while. Do you know what? I couldn't believe how expensive those control towers are.
Yeah,
they've got really, really pricey, and they weren't released. They have been released in the last 15 years. So, do you think we'll get something on the Stalwart chassis? I don't know.
Possibly. I still think it could be a Saracen.
Saracen, Salamander, or whatever it's called.
I think we'll get something regardless. Even the version, I think somebody said they did it with a crane, didn't they?
Yeah.
So,
I get that indeed. I think that, I think there'd be some really interesting. I'm trying to. I was wondering because when I said to Dale, "Do you want to come on at 4:15?" He said, make it 4:30. So I'm wondering whether the video is going to be a bit longer this year. Because last year it's done and dusted in about 12 to 15 minutes. Yeah. Unless you watched the Hornby one today. And after 45 minutes, even I buggered off for a pee because I couldn't hold it any longer. Do you know what I mean? Because it just went on and on and on, didn't it? So, yeah. But would love an Army Air Corps Apache, but I think the market is flooded.
I wouldn't say the market is flooded. Certainly at the larger scales.
Yeah.
And if you could get the Hasegawa 48 British Apache now, they go for a premium price now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to get an Apache right is not easy because it's such a complex shape.
Yeah.
So to be able to get that right from a manufacturer's point of view is a lot of investment.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I would
whether
like...
Airfix would see the return on that, because the likes of Meng, Takom, Hasegawa, they're doing them, and they're doing them very, very well. So
they're quite accurate then as well, are they?
That Takom kit is phenomenal. The amount of detail and everything. What lets it down, as with most Takom things, is the instructions. They're pretty much useless.
Yeah.
And the decals are like wallpaper.
Really?
I haven't built the Meng one, so I can't comment whether that's as good, better, or worse. I don't know. But the Apache I built, the Takom one, I built pretty much from reference pictures because the instructions were just, you may as well set fire to them. They're useless.
Yeah, I get that.
And then I've got aftermarket decals for it.
Was it? Yeah, it's about half an hour long, the video, apparently, Airfix have said. So that's interesting.
Oh, wow.
That's half an hour long. Who do you wrote that? Yeah. I get it. I've got it here, the original tooling, and it is inaccurate. I am going to have a go at building it this year. I've said to myself, that's one of the ones that I want to do. So, mode seams on Takoms are awful, according to JC. Hi, JC. How's Beyonce?
I don't think they are.
You don't think they are? Maybe a 1/4 scale VC10 in Boat colours would be great.
Vintage classics could be, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, vintage classics. If they've still got it, yeah.
I mean, I would like a new Wildcat helicopter.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be cool.
Oh, the following's that.
48 or 72nd.
Yeah, as a ongoing of the Lynx family, that would be nice.
Which one was that? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Wildcat helicopter.
Oh, Wildcat, yeah. The 124th BAE Hawk, yeah, it's gotta come in the next 10 years. That one. I'd love to see the likes sporting Just Jane. Oh, Just Jane. Can we delete any spoilers in chat? Yeah, just if you've got it, if you see anyone trying to spoil it during the thing, just delete them, please, moderators. That's most of the channel members are part of the privilege of being a channel member is that you get to be a moderator. If you could do that, that'd be brilliant. Just we don't want to see it, so a minute for every £10 mods pre-orders. Yeah, you can get them now. Obviously.
Well, it'd be an hour long.
Yeah. What are we doing, by the way? Let's get this up, shall we? And see how far
we've got 1 minute to go.
1 minute to go. 1 minute to go.
Oh, the excitement. I can't wait.
Cries of shut up and take my money, Airfix.
Yeah. If you could be so kind, if you want to use this link here that I've just posted in the chat, if you use that link, not going to deny, the channel here gets commissioned on that. It's an affiliate link. Cool. So if you want to pre-order your kits and buy kits, you can. Hang on.
So just turn it down a slight fraction.
I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. The problem is that they always use this one. They should use a different one because this one's always the loudest, this one. So it's always the loudest.
Yeah, it slightly deafens viewers.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to close that. There you go. So we should be on big screen now. Let's get rid of that comment. Oh, 30 seconds to go.
Turn your pacemaker up to sport mode.
Yeah.
Tissues at the standby.
Definitely. Yeah.
Countdown to a shuttle launch, isn't it?
Oh, psychedelia.
Yes. Here we go.
Wow.
Hi, my name is Dale. I'm head of brand here at Airfix. Let's take a look at the 2026 product range. We've with 2026
like a
being the
re-release.
85th anniversary of the
Yeah,
sinking
re-intro.
of the German battleship
Yeah.
Bismarck, we are reintroducing the Sink the Bismarck gift set, which includes kits of the German battleships Bismarck and Prince Eugen, alongside the British ships HMS Ark Royal, Suffolk, Hood, and 2 Tribal class destroyers.
Nice.
"2026 also sees the 85th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor and the reintroduction of our gift set, containing 2 attacking Japanese aircraft, a Mitsubishi Zero and a Nakajima Kate, alongside a defending Curtiss P-40 Warhawk.
Oh,
Really need a
Well,
new
yeah,
2
an
valve,
apple
to be honest.
Capturing the historic moment of humanity's
Yes.
first step on the moon,
yeah,
our reintroduction of the One Small Step for Man gift set.
Yeah, that goes for silly money.
it does.
Said that on Monday. Wrong scale.
Yeah, yeah.
The first in a series of new multi-packs to celebrate the 100th year anniversary of the Swedish
That's
Air
a
Force.
good.
we
That's
have
good.
created
That's
a
quite
special
nice.
set which
That
includes
is good.
5 kits,
Actually.
each of which depicts an aircraft that played a significant role in Swedish military aviation. A Gloucester J-8 Gladiator from 1938,
Yep.
a North American J-26 Mustang from 1938, a Supermarine S-31 Spitfire from 1952, de Havilland SK-28C3 Vampire from 1960, and lastly a Saab J-35 F2 Draken from 1982.
Fair play on that.
Next up, we have some special twin packs, each of which
that's
represents a Eurofighter
Yeah.
Typhoon FGR-4 in one of the 3 well-known display schemes that have adorned the aircraft on the display circuit over the years. Also included in each pack are either the actual historical aircraft that inspired the display scheme or a suitably similar display scheme on another aircraft. Firstly, we have the Eurofighter Typhoon ZJ913 Moggy, with its special D-Day anniversary paint job for the 2024 airshow season, alongside a Hawker Typhoon MN396 FMG. Secondly, Eurofighter Typhoon ZK349
I like that.
with its Battle of Britain commemorative camouflage paint scheme, alongside Hawker Hurricane Mark I P3576 GNA.
Oh,
And lastly,
Ooh,
Eurofighter Typhoon ZJ914 Blackjack, with its 2012 to 2014 RAF Typhoon display team livery, alongside the Short Staccato ZF338, wearing its 2008 90th anniversary of the Royal Air Force display scheme.
Ah, fair play. You bought that one off me, didn't you, Luke?
Moving on, we're introducing a new series of multi-kit box sets for the range, Airfix Legends. Airfix Legends is a new series of premium kits created to honour the men and women who served across generations, conflicts and theatres of history.
3D printed parts?
Each kit goes beyond the machine, paying tribute to the people behind it, the pilots, crew, engineers.
I think this is going to be more beer glasses and stuff, I think, possibly.
Yeah. Steins for the German lot.
Drawing on meticulous research and Airfix's
More
renowned
coins.
attention to detail, Legends focus on the human stories that brought them to life. From pioneering early aviators to modern frontline service, every release is a respectful homage. The first box set in this series will be a triple pack commemorating the famous RAF pilot, Sir Douglas Bader,
Wow.
of the aircraft that he flew. Included will
48
be
as
the
well.
following 148 kits in the following schemes. Bristol Bulldog Mark II-A K1676, as flown by Bader in 1931. Hawker Hurricane Mark I V7467, as flown by squadron leader Douglas Bader in September 1940. And lastly, Supermarine Spitfire Mark II-A, P7966, as flown by Wing Commander Douglas Bader in summer 1941.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
The Curtiss P-40B Warhawk in 1/72nd scale. Junction with the 85th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor, we are reintroducing the P-40B with 2 new decal options, allowing the modeler to choose between 2 of the fighters that managed to get airborne and shoot down several enemy aircraft during the Japanese attack. Grumman F4F4 Wildcat. A straight reintroduction.
Oh, it's the wrong one.
With the original 2015 second schemes.
Yeah, it's reintroduction, isn't it?
North American F-86F Sabre in 1/72nd scale.
Not a bad kit,
The
that
colourful
Sabre.
US scheme featuring the personal mount of Brigadier General Henry R. Spicer in
That might be in the
1954.
morning.
And the second, which is an RAF scheme of
Oh, I like that.
4 Squadron.
Yeah, in Germany.
Yeah.
The B5N2 Kate makes a reintroduction this year. Another 85th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor reintroduction of our 2015.
Still need a new 2 Val.
The 1/72nd scale Lockheed F117A Nighthawk makes a reintroduction this year. Re-release of the world's first operational stealth fighter sees 3 new schemes. A 49th
I'd
fighter
argue
wing
it's a bomber,
aircraft
but-
nicknamed affectionately
Yeah, it's a
Christine, with the well-known US flag markings on the underside. Scorpion 4, one of the full-scale development airframes in the 2-tone grey scheme,
That's quite nice.
and one of the secretive and supposedly retired Dark Knights, recently seen flying out of Groom Lake Test Facility in Nevada. Introducing our first new tool of 2026, our 1/72nd scale English Electric Canberra B.
Hey, that's brilliant.
Iconic first
Fantastic.
generation jet bomber.
Lovely.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Can't go wrong with a camera.
Featuring detailed exterior and interior cockpit area with bomb bay and optional ordnance.
Fantastic.
The scheme and optional parts document the operational service of a single B-2 airframe, WJ640, from 1968 to its eventual retirement in 1981.
That's some detail, isn't it?
Yes.
The 3
Look at the
scheme
bulkhead
options
there with the
offer
wires in the
examples
back.
of the various paint schemes Canberra aircraft would have worn with the RAF throughout this period.
Yeah. RAF Luton will be happy. Very good. Yeah, very good. Very good.
Showing how the airframe looked in 1968 and 1973.
Fantastic.
And lastly, a fully camouflaged number 100 Squadron livery from 1977.
Yeah, that's the one I would do.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I do like that. Very nice.
The 1/72nd scale North American B-25B Mitchell. Introduced into the range in 2019 with new parts. This will be a straight re-release, including decals from the aircraft that took off from USS Hornet during the Doolittle raids in April 1942. Our second new tool for 2026.
Yeah.
Scale.
Yes.
I got on the money
Yes.
then.
Uncas 52.
On the money.
Take my money, Airfix.
now.
Building.
All right.
Well done, Ben.
G4E
Predicted
version
it
of the
yesterday,
aircraft,
Monday.
with optional parts for the various
Well, with
upgrades
some money
that were
now.
introduced as the Uncas
Yeah.
52 extended operational service progression.
Brilliant. That's a great release, that one.
Also included
Yep.
are optional parts which depict the subtle differences between aircraft built at the 2 factories, which produced this particular version of the Uncas 52. The corrugated surface texture is faithfully replicated on all external.
Loving that engine, man. Look at
Gorgeous.
that.
Doors and hatches that can be posed in
Look at
Miles,
that.
the old tool, isn't it?
It's
fully
probably
detailed
the favorite
interior
German.
and engines
That
are
is
included
good.
alongside machine gun, armaments, options.
And you can do a
other
Luft.
heritage
Let's see if they bring out a
all-round
Lufthansa
specs.
set now.
Yeah.
The canopy is slide molded to ensure clear definition of window frame.
Slide molded canopy.
As a
Very
bonus,
good.
various extra
Lovely.
parts are supplied, like barrels and wheel chocks, which can be used in ground-based dioramas. There will be 3 schemes included in
Here we
this
go.
kit. Russia, March 1942, in an Eastern Front scheme. Russia, 1941, and a colourful standard scheme. And lastly, Neumünster, Germany, depicting the surviving.
I never got the
aircraft
pictures of the schemes up in it.
at the Norwegian Armed Forces Museum.
That
The
engine
scheme
looks
faithfully
proper
reproduces
proper
the
mid,
aircraft
that
prior to
engine.
its loss in April
And the hatches can
Look at the
open as
interior.
well. Good interior there, yeah.
Sweet.
Avro Shackleton, AEW2
Oh, makes a comeback.
MR2.
AW2. Get in.
Our third release of this tooling sees
Yeah.
3 new decal schemes.
I like the grey scheme
An
of these
ex-RAF
ones, you
Coastal
know.
Command Shackleton MR2,
Mm.
wearing a non-standard camouflage scheme while serving with the Empire Test Pilot
Oh,
Squadron.
look, it's the Navy.
Another MR2 with distinctive yellow and black NATO identification bands for its involvement in Operation Musketeer during the Suez Crisis of 1956.
Wow. That is tiny, isn't it?
And lastly, number 8 Squadron
There she is.
AEW2 version with
Yeah,
an overall
Aussie
grey
mouth.
scheme.
Schemes aren't quite ready for that Yonkers yet, apparently, so they'll be out soon. I just had a message.
Oh, yeah.
Right, let's see what we're on the money here.
Here's the
Making
48.
a reintroduction in 1/48 scale with brand new schemes, the de Havilland Vampire F3.
I like a vampire.
The first
That
scheme
is an ugly
depicts
plane.
VT871,
Nah, it's lovely.
one of the 6
Love
number 54
It's like your
vampires
fat next door
that made
neighbour.
the first jet flight across the Atlantic in 1948.
Just saying, we've got 750
Second,
people
Canadian
watching us,
Vampire
and there's 1,500 watching the Airfix channel.
Because we're just that entertaining.
We must be entertaining.
Air Force.
That's a nice scheme. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Dale said he loves it when they've got teeth. They sell better.
Junkers Ju-87 B2 R2 Stuka with brand new schemes. Our tooling of this infamous Second World War German dive bomber sees a refresh with
Go
2
on,
new
have an
schemes
Italian scheme.
as follows.
Yeah.
And first,
I'll tell you what, Ben, if there's an Italian scheme, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to build it and give it to you.
Yeah. If there's a Japanese one, can you do it for me as well?
Ju-87B2 in a standard scheme with Eastern Front markings, but on the occasion of the pilot's
That's lovely.
500th mission,
Yeah, it's nice.
shortly after which he was awarded the Knight's Cross. It would have been remiss of us to not provide
you've
for
shit
the one
down.
duties
Yeah.
when developing the
There you go. The SOE Lysander.
Yeah.
We get a figure as well.
Yes.
The Mark III Special Duty Lysander, which would consist of rear
That's
cockpit,
the one everyone wanted.
Special
150
duties.
gallon internal auxiliary fuel tank, ventral 150 gallon long range fuel tank, rear passenger seating, new spinner, the IFF Mark III lower rear aerial.
Wow.
Also included is a new 148 figure depicting a female agent.
I thought it was going to be Rennie from a lower low.
Hey!
You
should have done that.
No, you weren't.
Hey, Blanchett, wasn't it?
357 Squadron, the Far East, and 148 Squadron, Mediterranean.
Getting quick, here comes the Gestapo.
Our Bristol Blenheim Mark 1F gets re-released with 3 new decal schemes.
Is it me or was it quite relaxed, this one, this year? Last year it was
Yeah.
quite...
L1134 depicts the lone 62 Squadron aircraft in which
They're
on
taking their
9th
time
December
with it all.
1940,
Yeah, they're
Take
taking
your
their
time
time
with
with
it.
this one.
Arthur
Last
Starr,
year it was quite
which is
quick,
daring
wasn't it?
daylight
Bang,
raid
bang,
of the
bang.
Japanese Imperial forces in Singora, Thailand.
That looks nice.
To dying from the wounds he sustained.
Probably giving us time to pass
Awarded
comment.
the Victoria
Yeah.
Cross for his action. K7078 of number 139 Squadron, RAF Wyton, October 1937, depicting an early pre-war scheme. This scheme depicts the original wartime scheme, of which ARCO, the aircraft restoration company's Flying Blenheim Mark I scheme at Duxford, is currently based on. Our 148 scale Lightning gets a revamp this year with 3 new schemes for the F6.
Oh, Lightning's back out.
The 5 Squadron, RAF Lucca, Malta, April 1977.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Good shout.
This aircraft was operated by BAE Walton with civilian pilots as a chase plane. The Firebirds emblem was applied to the tail in celebration of 56 Squadron's anniversary, when XP 693 visited RAF Waltersham in June 1991.
Never got the blue tail. No good, no good, no good. These have a blue tail for a
number
Lightning.
11 Squadron. This scheme depicts the aircraft that is currently preserved at the Royal Air Force Museum, London.
Come on, Tornado. No.
Our third release, based on the acclaimed 2023 148 scale new tooling of the Fairy Gannet, received some fresh export liveries. AS1 XA334 860 of number 816 Squadron, Royal Australian Navy, June 1967. AS4 F9372, the German Navy, May 1966.
Love it.
Is that the third
And
release?
an AS4
Yeah.
AS6 106 100 Anti-Submarine Air Squadron, Indonesia, 1960.
There you go, Moss.
Free
The
coin.
Western Sea King HAR3 in 148 scale.
Oh,
It was always on the
I've brought the yellow one
cards.
in.
I'm pleased to say that we will
Yeah.
finally release this amazing kit later this year. This release sees the Royal Air Force Search and Rescue version HAR3
Wow, I'm surprised.
depicted in
Yeah,
3
nice.
new schemes.
Oh, there it is.
XZ596 as co-piloted by His Royal Highness Prince William when with 22 Squadron. The aircraft wears the special SAR 70 livery for the 70th anniversary of the RAF Search and Rescue Force in 2011. The 2 other schemes depict the same airframe, XZ597, but at different periods of its operational service. This airframe continues to fly today with our good friends at Historic Helicopters.
yeah.
Grey scheme was with 78 Squadron based at RAF Mount Pleasant, Falkland Islands, 1990. And again, XZ597, a yellow scheme with 22 Squadron at RAF Valley in 2007. As some of you would have guessed, the 2C
Oh,
Jag
there's
was always...
There you go.
Oh,
Get in.
There you go.
Yeah.
T4 Jaguar and 148 scale. Included in this release, a complete whole new nose section,
That's right.
canopy parts, instrument panel, cockpit combing, heads-up display, control stick, and ejector seats. The kit also comes with 3 schemes as follows. XX847, number 41 Squadron, RAF Coltershall, July 1992.
Oh, I like that one.
That's fine. That's
X145,
cool.
That's
Empire
great.
Test Pilot
It's lovely, isn't it?
Boscombe Down,
Makes your eyes bleed.
1992, in the famous Raspberry Ripple scheme, and Jaguar T4 XX835,
Yeah, it's a
238
constant, that
Squadron,
one, yeah.
number 1 School of Technical Training, RAF Cosford, 2018, and possibly the hero of 2026.
There you
Oh!
go.
Yay!
Scale,
There you
Royal
go.
Navy Phantom
My
FD1.
turn.
This aircraft has been on modelers' wish lists for a good number of years,
Yeah.
and after our release
Is that 3 from 3? No, I think there's only two so
and
far.
the Jaguars, it was our next obvious choice.
Ziddy's been there. Ziddy's on there.
That's
The kit
gonna sell
includes
like
over
hotcakes.
270 parts,
Oh, that's
with
beautiful.
slide molded jet intakes to capture detail on all sides,
Ah,
a comprehensive weapons fit, including Skyflash missiles,
Om nom nom.
Royal Navy 2-inch rocket heads, Sidewinder missiles, 1,000-pound bombs, and external fuel tank. Also included in the kit is the extended nose undercarriage leg option, detailed cockpit,
Love it.
and ejector system.
Lovely.
Really love it.
I think it might be
modern
me needing the
aids
tissues
such
now
as
rather than you.
molded
Yeah.
masks,
Finally,
undercarriage
proper
aperture,
intakes.
and integral flat tabs on the fuselage parts for clamping locations.
Absolutely getting that.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Incorporated into the design of this kit to enhance the build
That's
experience.
got to be on the
Come
front
on.
of the catalogue, that one, hasn't it? It's got to be on the front of the
The
catalogue.
kit comes with 3 schemes, all
Right,
in the
let's look
Royal
at these
Navy
schemes.
dark blue scheme
Yeah.
period.
Italian.
XT868 R001
Ark Royal.
892
Yeah,
Naval
there you
Air
go.
Squadron HMS Ark Royal 1977 XT859 VL725 700p Intensive Flying Training Unit RNAS Yeovilton 1968
Somerset.
XT864 VL151.
That's all the classics.
Quite
Yeah,
like
is it?
that.
Yeah, they got the schemes right on that one. I would have liked 4 though. Would have liked 4 schemes, but I let them off with 3.
Yeah. Oh, hello, hello.
What's this? Hellcat? Hellcat being released then? A 124th classic? Listen to it. The
BF 109 G5 G6. A new tool in 124 scale announced in November last year.
Nice.
Comprising of 406 parts and 5 decal schemes.
yeah.
The kit also includes a fully detailed engine with cowling panels that can be displayed in both open and closed positions. A multitude of posable standard and optional parts are included to allow the building of an
Bit cheeky
incredibly
putting that one in.
accurate G5
Yeah.
G6 aircraft.
But it is part of the 2026 range, though. You can't stop
Correct.
putting it in.
I thought it was part of last year's range.
No. It's always, it's like the first of, like, because like the Liberator.
Ah,
was
A rare kit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
second release
Oh, I
since
said that, Hellcat.
2019.
Yeah.
The 124 scale Grumman F6 F5 Hellcat is
Wow.
making a comeback. In this re-release for 2026, we will have 4 new
Come
demo
on,
schemes.
give me a Sea Harrier in 24th. Come on, Dave.
They do a Royal Naval one.
Yeah, they did a Sea Harrier release.
Wow, a Japanese one.
Japanese one. Wow.
Captured, yeah.
Uruguay.
Uruguayan.
Uruguay.
This reminds me of that one with Homer Simpson, that episode of The Simpsons.
And following a couple of trial products from us last year, I'm pleased to say that 2026 will see more masking sets released into our range.
Whee!
The masking sets will be available for a number of existing products, new tools, and re-releases into the range.
Oh, the Heikel's very much needed.
Oh, yeah, the Lysander.
Oh, here we go. Look.
Here we go. I was going to say we haven't had a tool yet.
New for 2026, we
There
plan
it
to
is.
reintroduce these 3
There, I've got it here.
scale
I'm
classic
going to hear it by heart.
kits.
There it
It's
is.
the baby Saracen.
Oh, you have to tell us about it.
APC Mark
JB
1, 2,
models.
and 3,
JB models.
Yeah.
4x4 tactical
JB models
aircraft
again?
carrier,
Mm.
Oh, look, there's a Scout. No, that's not the
and
Scout.
the Vickers light tank.
Yeah, it was a scale.
Yeah, I still think the Vickers Light Tank might come back.
In addition, we will be expanding the range of 1/35th scale vehicles. First, the Cromwell Mark 7, Mark 6 close support will contain new parts. Our 4th new tool for 2026 is a
Harrison.
natural choice given our
Harrison.
soiree of
Yeah,
British
I
armoured
do agree with
vehicles of recent years. A Saracen Mark 5 FV 603 armoured personnel
Look
carrier.
at that.
All right, I'm getting that
This
too.
1/35th
Yeah.
scale kit contains 219 parts, a fully detailed interior containing the driver's position, commander's seat, and troop benches. The intricate suspension system is accurately reproduced, and optional parts include turret armament, side mirrors, raised or lowered commander's seats, and external doors and hatch
Lovely.
positions. Included are 3 decal options for various finishing
I
options.
don't like that one. That's crap.
83
That's green.
BA08 B4
The wrong
First Lord
shade as
Tank
well.
Northern Ireland, May 1973. Prototype 33 BA29 Elvis Limited, Coventry, Warwickshire, November 1972. And something a little different.
Ooh,
334 Sierra Vista Police Tactical Unit.
I like
Jim's
that.
having that.
Arizona,
That's really good.
America.
Arizona Jim will be having that.
All right,
And
yeah.
following
Yeah.
on from last year's
Oh,
There
look.
you go.
Another one.
There it
There it is with the crane.
Yeah,
Three out of 3.
Yeah.
He's on a roll.
FV63 Limber version is complete with Atlas hydraulic crane and associated extras. The kit will come with 3 decal schemes.
That's the one for me.
That's it now. We can go home now. See you next week, lads. Bye-bye. Wow. So,
No,
Vintage
there we go.
Classic.
Hello.
Come on. Give us that hovercraft, please.
Now introducing the 2026 range of vintage classic releases. Consolidated PBY 5A Catalina in 1/72 scale. First introduced in 1975 and last seen in the range in 2013. As well as the 2 schemes introduced on our 2013 release of this kit, we have designed a brand new scheme as a bonus for this release, depicting the Royal Australian Air Force aircraft from October 1944.
Fantastic.
The short Skyvan,
Oh!
1/72 scale.
That's a bitch to build, by
First
the way.
released in
It is a
1974.
bitch to build and all.
Seen in the range
It's great
since
when it's finished.
2002.
Yeah.
We have completely redesigned one of the decal schemes included in this release,
Oh, love
as
it.
well as designing a striking new livery with the help of the operators of Pink Skyvan,
We'll have to go back on adult work at
which
this
still
rate.
operate commercial services for skydivers and air photographers around
I'll
Europe.
be the only one on there.
5
Yeah.
and 7 blade propellers as fitted to EO FDI will freely be available to download from the Airfix website for 3D printing.
3D printed.
Included schemes are as follows. Short
Wonderful.
SC7 Skyvan, Olympic Airways, Greece, 1974. Shorts SC7
Wow.
Skyvan, Pink Skyvan, Vienna, Austria,
Wow.
2023. Mitsubishi Dyna,
Wow.
1/72 scale. First released in 1965 and not seen since 2012. The
I believe
Douglas
it's
Original
built
built
well,
Another
SBD
nice one.
35 in 1/72 scale.
Faultless.
First tooled in 1970 and not seen in the range since 2012. Avro 504K in 1/72 scale.
You know,
First released in 1967 and last seen in the range in 2005.
could you put the scheme
On to
in
vintage
with
classic
the
vehicles now in
aircraft?
1/76 scale.
Mm.
Oh, the
First
Matilda.
and Second World War.
Nice kit there.
Yeah,
So what-
that was built, I built it as the Hedgehog.
And
That
last
was a
seen in the
vintage
range in
classic.
2019. The Chieftain tank. First introduced in 1970 and last seen
Yes,
in the range
please.
in
Take my
2005.
money.
The Leopard Mark 1 tank.
That's a nice
Yes,
kit.
please. Take my money.
Last seen in 1983.
Reckon we're going to see
And the
Shard
Centurion
Horse
Mark
and
8
stuff.
tank.
That's not a
First
good kit.
introduced into the range in 1964, but last seen in the range in 2008.
Yeah.
And lastly, the crash recovery.
Oh, it was
Rose
close.
tank, yeah.
I did say the emergency set, but I was
First
close.
introduced in 1972 and last seen in 2012. We're reintroducing some 1/76 scale figures to the range this
Robin
year.
Hood.
Yeah.
Robin Hood and the Sheriff of Nottingham figures. First introduced
my
in
Taking your money and redistributing it to Airfix.
Yeah.
Romans and Ancient Britons, introduced in 1967 and 69.
Christ, they haven't been out for years.
To go with the aforementioned figures, we're reintroducing figures and castle playsets.
Castle.
First will be the Robin Hood playset, including the Sherwood Castle figurine set.
The Sherwood Castle, yeah. I
Second will be the
remember that.
Roman Fort and figure sets. In 1/32 scale, we are reintroducing the British Commando figure set,
It looks like
together
yellow.
with the British Infantry support set and German mountain troops. We are reintroducing a number of 1/600 scale
Oh, the
battleships to the
Cossack.
range this year. HMS Cossack, first released in 1959, last seen in the range in 2001. HMS Suffolk, first
That's good.
introduced in 1964, and last seen in the range in 2011. HMS Nelson, first introduced in 1961, and last seen in
Let's cut and
2005.
shut.
Yeah.
The German battleship Scharnhorst.
Yes!
Oh, free of
Come
free.
to me!
Oh,
This
Yeah.
kit
Oh,
hasn't been
man.
used since 1983.
how do you guys do that?
German battleship Prince Eugen,
That is a
first
cool
introduced in
cover kit.
1975, last seen in the range in 2013. HMS King George V, first
Lot of
introduced in
shit,
1982, and last seen in the range in
Still not my baby in there though.
special and long overdue.
Hey!
Come on.
144 scale. First introduced in 1966. This kit hasn't been re-released since the 1990s.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone at the club's building one.
And last,
Prince.
HMS Prince,
There it is.
Wow.
a tool ship, first released in 1970 and last seen in the range in 2002.
They're going big this year, lads.
That concludes our 2026 product range. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe our video, and we look forward to bringing you these products throughout the next 12 months. See you soon.
Wow.
Thank you, Dale. You guys have got the new modes. Look at that young kids.
Yeah, I fancy that.
Yeah,
Where's the
that
Halifax?
You didn't really want their bloody old Halifax, did you?
No, their new tool one that's in
A
development.
new tool one would be nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good spread that this year. I have to say.
Yeah,
It is,
that's,
isn't it?
that's a very good range. What a range that is.
I've been bought off by their Navy Phantom, so I can't say anything.
I think they've done it
They've done
again
the
this year,
Navy
haven't they?
So special duties is SOE then, basically.
Yeah.
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 Special operations.
This might be the most exciting release
That is,
set in the last few years.
that's a pre-order for
Yeah.
me. Understand.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That we're still waiting for that elusive tornado. It's probably the only thing, but we'll take a Phantom for the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that Jaguar.
So I'm just thinking, does that mean we're going to get the baggy Sea King in August time, possibly, with just the adapted bit for the crow's nest radar?
I don't know.
Because that's the last major version that they haven't done.
Yeah.
I like they've got the air intake box right on that.
Yeah.
It's always been an issue with the seat.
Oh, look at that! Oh,
Look at
wonderful. That's what you call a proper jet. None of that American rubbish with those.
Hey!
engine.
Right.
Got proper spay engines in there.
Only us British could make the airframe wider, put Rolls-Royce engines in, and make it slower.
Yeah.
But it goes up on a little leg, you know.
Lot of love in the chat. People really impressed with this year's launch.
It's the best from the last several.
Yeah.
I mean, I am predominantly 72nd, but I'll make an exception for the Phantom.
That Saracen though, look at that. Look at the back end of it, man.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the actress of the Bishop.
Wee. That's interesting. They've done the hatches in clear. Last time on the Scout, they did it as
Solid injection, weren't they?
for an injection. Yeah. Wow. There you have it. Woo. Where do we start? Where do
I
we
got
start?
1 out of 10. I'm not bitterly disappointed.
It's 2 years in a row I've been right with the two-seaters, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I predicted the Spitfire two-seater last year, and I've predicted the Jag this year.
Yeah.
That I'm surprised wasn't. I think another version of the two-seat Spitfire might appear later in the year, because I did expect that to come out again as another deck option
Yeah.
or something.
I think the Douglas Sparta set is awesome.
Does the pilot figure come without legs?
I don't know, but the Bulldog was the one he lost his legs in, and the
Indeed,
Spitfire
yeah.
was the one he bailed out of and got captured in.
Will they do a figure with him and then the legs separate? Do you think they'll do
I
that?
don't know, they might do.
Well, I see, did he bail out and had to leave his legs behind and they flew out another pair?
Somewhere, yeah.
It's
I've heard
true,
that
yeah, they
story
flew out
before.
another pair, and then the Germans took them off him because he escaped twice.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if the figure doesn't, you can always, you know, that's what these
Yeah.
are for.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they would have to produce 2 pilot figures for him, wouldn't they?
One with and one without.
One to go in the Bulldog, and the other one to go in the other 2 fighters.
Probably.
Because
I
when
mean,
he was in the Bulldog, he had real legs, didn't he?
yes.
Yeah.
No, I have to say that was a pretty excellent release overall for
Yeah, I
the
think
last
that's
few years.
the most
I think
release.
that's the best in probably 10 or so years. That was really strong.
So he's going to be, Airfix are going to be re-releasing future options for Legends, aren't they?
Yeah, I believe so.
So I wonder what they're going to do next. Good shout, the Barda, though. I really was impressed with that.
Probably
They could do
Adolf
Adolf
Galland.
Galland.
Yeah.
So this is the page. By the way, the collector's coin is available with a Lightning S6. So if you want to order that Lightning, it comes with a coin. And in my little box here, I've had it for ages. Hidden away. I can now show it off. There you go.
Have you got coin? Is it coin number 1, Moss?
No, it's not. It's number 3.
Wow. Black art. I should have
I
said
know. So that's the coin. That one there.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a nice coin.
Got the Airfix on the back.
It's funny, because people have said that these coins, they don't see the appeal, but I really do. I think they're a good collector's crossover.
Yeah. I think I collect them like anything, but I when I was a kid, I used to collect garbage pail kids, stickers and cards. You know what I mean? I was a Panini fanatic when I was a youngster. But yeah, so going back, let's just go back a page a minute. So £149 for the Hellcat, which I don't think is not a bad price. When did they launch it? 6 years ago? It was 120 back then, so it's up a few quid. The Junkers JU52, £41.99.
Oh,
That's pretty.
It's less than $60. Yeah.
I mean, the Canberra, I think, is still at 30 quid.
Yeah.
For a brand new tool.
Brand new tool Canberra there, 30 quid. Look, the Saracens, $33.99.
Oh my gosh.
I thought that the Stolly was crumbs. 35 quid for the Stolly last year. So I don't think that's too bad. Superkat Jaguar trainers T2 and T4, $59.99.
God, how much is the Phantom?
Yeah. So the Cromwell Mark 7, Mark 6 CS, did that say that comes with new parts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Small version.
The Phantom $74.99.
I'll tell you what, that hovercraft.
That'd be a big jet.
Yeah, that hovercraft at 30 quid is quite good value.
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Yeah, it's 29. Is it 29 or 30?
No, it's 39.
Yeah, it's about right. I think it's still about right.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good shout. Maybe we'll get the Guy Gibson collection from the Blenheim via Lancaster to Mosquito.
Yeah.
Very
and maybe
good
that's
shout.
a good opportunity to do the Grand. No, he didn't do Grand Slam. Did he?
That's the guy that flew like every single plane ever.
No, that's Eric Winkle Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine the size of the box if you did Winkle Brown? Huge.
Yeah, come on, Airfix. Do Legends of Airfix Winkle Brown. It's like 180 something.
182 aircraft, isn't it?
Yeah, something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Someone in the comments mentioned no quick builds. Dale's just texted me and said they're doing a Eurofighter Typhoon Blackjack. So I'm presuming it's just what's it called? A relaunch with a different.
I mean, I like the twin sets.
The twin sets
with the Typhoon. The only question I have is: did the original starter kit, because I haven't even built my Eurofighter yet, come with weapons? Because on the box art it shows 2 weapons on the edge of the pylons. So I'm just wondering if those twin sets come with weapons.
The starter set they released last year doesn't.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So I don't know if this is what you get if you get 2 missiles, because they showed them on the artwork.
Yeah. 40 quid for that hovercraft. So just go on eBay now and see all those second-hand kits, like reduced from like.
There's going to be a lot of Hasegawa search and rescue seekings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not bad pricing, I guess. This is we were talking
right.
26.
Yep.
40 quid for the one small step for man gift set, which I thought was quite nice.
Yeah.
That will add to that 3 already that we've already got in that gift set. It is interesting they've gone for that now, haven't they? They've kind of looking at the, because I was talking to the chaps at Hella, wasn't it? When they release a kit, they also release it as a model set with the paints. And they reckon that some people would want to buy it. They don't want to faff around getting all the paints, but you're only getting paints that that they do. So, but we got Dale coming on in a minute. So if you've got any questions for Dale, put a question. We'll try and get through them as possible. Pearl Harbor anniversary set, 39 quid, and you're getting 3 planes. That's a tenner a plane, plus your paints and your and your glues and your brushes.
That's
the Nighthawk is interesting. The Nighthawk's got a very interesting scheme, though, wasn't it? With that underneath,
it's quite an old tool, though.
Is it old? Is it?
Yeah, it's quite old. It's about 20 years old. That tool.
Yeah. So the Avro 504K, there was an air company that put them out. Qantas.
Yeah, that's the ultra rare one.
They want about £1,000 for it on eBay, don't they?
Yeah.
But I do like the gift sets. The dogfight. Yeah, there's no dogfight doubles, was there? There was just best of British that they had.
I'm just wondering what the difference of the price is between the two gift sets there the twin sets between Gina and Moggy.
Yeah,
one's 29, one's 35.
Invasion strike decals.
Yeah.
But the invasion strike decals are cheaper.
Yeah.
How much is that beta set?
I reckon $59.99. I reckon that beta set's going to be.
I'm trying to find it now.
Well, the Bulldog's 25 quid, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh, there you go. There's a blackjack.
Oh, there's a quick build here.
Yeah, Saracen is.
That looks nice.
Let's see it. The 50 quid for that crash recovery, and the Stalwart's $33.99. So that's not bad.
With
Vampire.
So, wow.
Yeah. There you go. 40 quid for the Lysander Mark III. See, they're not, for me, they're not bad pricing.
No,
no.
Wow, that Nakajima cake, though, is $24.99.
It's a beautiful kit, that Moss.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice.
Yeah.
That Catalina is gigantic when it's done. At first,
yeah.
Again, it's an old tool.
Yeah. And the Vickers Light Tank, that's a really good addition.
Yeah.
That's a really good addition. That goes together quite nice there, 176. Gadget, $59.99 for the Gadget there.
Yep.
Sabre, $17.99 for a Sabre, 72nd scale. $6.99 for that Matilda. That's a bloody good price, that vintage classic.
Yeah, well, it was a Series 1 originally.
Yeah. The Skyvan, $21.99. What do they say about that? What did they say about the 3D print? You could download a 3D print.
The props, the propellers.
Yeah, the propellers. You got 5-bladed propellers for that weird orangey option.
Yeah,
the modern one.
And you can download the 3D printed program for the props.
Oh, brilliant.
But that kit is a nightmare to build because the fuselage 4 parts.
That Swedish Air Force 100th anniversary set, 60 quid for 5 planes.
I think there'll all be new tools apart from the Draken in that.
Yeah, the Draken's the old tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they've gone for the J11.
$39.99 for the HMS Prince.
Again, that's an old tool, but that's obviously the reference from the picture, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the reference was the Phantom. I still think it's that Phantom in that.
Yeah.
I think it was.
You can ask Dale in a minute.
Yeah.
So the Vader triple pack is £90.
That's not bad, you know.
48 scale. When have they ever done a twin pack with one? It's always 72nd scale, isn't it? It's never 48.
Yeah, not 48.
Yeah,
it's never been 48.
That's 48. That is.
I can remember when they brought the Heroes of Aviation out in the 90s and late 80s.
Yeah.
They were always 72nd aircraft.
Yeah. And then you got the catalogue there.
It's got the cameras on the front. This all the different schemes.
Yeah. That's interesting. I thought they would have had the Phantom on the front.
Yeah.
Well, they have last year. They had the
Airfix can't be perfect, can they?
Jaguar.
Well,
That Phantom artwork looked really, really nice, didn't it?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. And then I love that B2 the Mitchell box art there coming off the aircraft carrier there. That's fantastic.
I think it was,
That's a Doolittle Raider, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sink the Bismarck gift set. They brought that back out.
£25.
25 quid.
It's about right.
Yeah. And then you've got all the masking sets. They're doing one for the Anson, the Lancaster, the Stalwart, the 3410, the King.
I wonder why they haven't done one for the Blenheim.
Yeah. How much is the one for the Heinkel?
Just got off that page. Just looking through. So you got the Sepicat, the Boeing, Blenheim, Heinkel 111.
10 quid for the Heinkel.
Yeah, there was all a tenner. And you got the Hellcat one there for $9.99. Masking set for the Boeing Chinook, which should be nice. What did you say you wanted to look at? Which price for?
Oh, there is one for the Blenheim. I saw it.
Yeah. The Junkers, all of them are a tenner each, and the masking set for the Western Sea King as well.
Oh, definitely getting those.
Yeah. So then, folks, grilled down about the quick kits. Also, no mention of car kits, or hopefully the ships do well enough to prompt at least one new tool. There is one quick build, but yeah. But then again, we've had 4 new tools this year right off the bat, haven't we? So, question: why don't they include the masking set with the model? You could ask that. We could ask that. Are they cheaper than ASK mask sets? I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, but this was the thing we spoke about on Chill 3 weeks ago about the mask set.
Yeah.
Because lots
of
people
they may come with the kit. We don't know. We don't know. We'll have to ask Dale when he comes on. I don't know where he is. He's probably he's inbound. He said he's inbound. Colin, round the table then quickly. What's your favourite?
Favourite?
What's your favourite?
Probably the JU-52.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Seeking.
I thought you would have gone for the other one, the Saracen. There they are. Dale. How are you, mate? All right. Oh, you got no volume, mate. You need to unmute yourself. You unmuted? Have you got the microphone?
We need a little jingle.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, it's this point where I have to disappear. It's got other things to do.
Can you hear me, my friend? You take care.
Yeah, I'll catch you around. See you. Bye.
Bye.
What's more important to do than on Airfix release day?
Can you hear us now?
Here we go.
No, you know,
I literally took the day off.
Have we got you, Dale?
I don't know.
Yes.
There it is. He turned it off and on again. That's what he did.
What
Good evening.
Stream? That doesn't seem fair.
I know. I just put you up there just to show that you are there. Anyways, I'll put you up here anyway. So there you go. You've got me on central stage. Hello, Dale. Dale on the left, Clint in the middle, and Matt on the right. Good afternoon, gents. How's it going? What a fantastic release that you've put out for us. There's lots to talk about, really is. Phantom, obviously. What a great decision that is to bring out a Phantom. You did 172nd aid on 148. Any idea where you must know? Where did you get? Which one have you based it on in scan wise, in document wise?
Phantom.
Yeah.
So the scan we had, that was the the scan that we did for the original 72nd scale kit, which is the one that they've got at the Ulster Aviation collection over in Northern Ireland.
Yep.
It's a really nice one.
Yeah. I think with it all, with everything that you've done today, I'm just overjoyed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm just trying to think about how I'm going to pay for it all. That's what I'm thinking of. How I'm going to pay for it all. Oh, I'm just trying to look for this. Right, I've lost my questions.
You look really lost, Oz. You were sort of sat here like three wise monkeys, and you're.
I know. I've lost my train of thought. Sorry, mate. Right, going back. Legends, brilliant idea. What that out? What was the idea behind the Legends idea?
I mean, I guess we're always looking at ways that we can use existing tooling.
Yeah.
In creative ways. So, yeah, that's how that came along. We also knew that Bada had quite a long service career and flew three things that we had tools of in 48 scale. So we were like, well, that makes sense. But also calling that range Legends gives us quite a wide angle. For things in the future. A lot of scope, yeah. So, it doesn't have to be aircraft, although I'd be amazed if we ever do anything vehicle-wise. But
yeah.
So that's how that come along.
Yeah, and it's a nice way of telling a story.
Yeah.
When we start looking at our tool bank, we think, oh, there's all these links between different models, whether it's pilots, whether it's specific missions or specific designers. So there's so many really cool, interesting stories that we could tell through the medium of the plastic model.
Silence.
Will there be things like extras with those Legends, like 3D parts, any like extras like that? Were you going to bring out masking sets for them and all, make it into a complete sort of arrangement?
Yeah, so masking sets in some of the releases we've just announced are still a possibility. Yeah. We're just working through those at the moment. So we've left it quite open. When you won't see listed anywhere on our website that something does or doesn't contain a masking set. Right. So we're just leaving that open. Masking sets aren't cheap.
They're not.
And if you add a couple of quid on your cost price, you're adding tens on at your RRP. So there's certainly some products that would lend itself really nicely to that, and that we can do that within existing margins and stuff. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we have to protect those. So yeah, we are busy working on various masking sets as mentioned, and they're all listed on our website. So we will, where possible, start to include them in certain kits.
So it's not a given that a kit will come with a masking set. So one of the questions was, do they come with masking sets? So I presume that you will decide nearer the time when they get released whether they'll be put one in, or would you give them the option of bundling them together?
We certainly plan to release the Legends pack with a masking set.
Right. Yeah. Fantastic.
As for the other stuff, we would like to. We're working through cost now, so nearer the time, then we would certainly shout about having something like that in place. So, and as with masking sets, because we do them now, and things like the Phantom and Canberra and Junkers 52 and all that good stuff, we will have stock of that masking set at the same time as the plastic. So there'll be no waiting around to start things if you don't want to start your build without a masking set. So that, I guess, is a massive positive.
Fair enough. Jaguar Trainer, that's a really good addition. I know a lot of people have been asking for a two-seater, and finally we've got one now. A two-seater Jag to build. When it said the injection seats, were they plastic injection sheets or will they be 3D printed?
Plastic.
All plastic injector seats. Right, fair enough. That's another question off the list, another wish off the list. And also Western Sea King, search and rescue, fantastic scheme. And that's the one that you said was the historic helicopters in Somerset, isn't it? You've based it off that one.
Airframe, isn't it?
Yeah. Two of the schemes, is that right?
Last time.
The last two schemes is one of their many collection that Andrew down there and the team seem to be acquiring. So I'm not sure if that's the one I flew. It was.
It's the one that featured in the launch video a few years back.
The Skybus had links to a 3D prop. Any future plans for resin in the kits?
Never say never, but it's certainly not on our top priority list to start messing around with resin and stuff. So I think there will be certain releases that will really lend themselves to it in the future, and we will, time, resource given, we will dabble with it in a strategic way. But right now, it's not. We are not releasing any resin or anything like that. The Flying Dray released last year. We wanted to rerun that Mark 9. There was a desire in the market for more Mark 9s because we'd sold out later the previous year. But we didn't really want to just repop it as it was. We wanted to give it some new decal schemes. We wanted to give it a little bit of fluff with something a bit special. So that's why you got the pint glass, but also the special part, which is some really cool beer barrels and stuff like that. And the quickest, easiest way of us doing that was to speak to Edward and release those resin parts with it. But we certainly have no plans in resin becoming a mainstay within our range at all. So.
Matt, I found me questions now, so it's all go now, lads. It's all. I found me questions. Matt, how do you decide?
Back in the room.
Back in the room now. I found me questions at last. I'm panicking now. I thought I deleted them. Matt, how do you decide what you bring out each year? Because every year you bring something special and a big surprise. What's your thinking when you bring out these kits?
It's very much a team effort between the three of us, and we get input from the rest of the sort of wider Airfix brand team. We have a sort of desire to sort of service as many different scales and sort of the sub ranges as we can, sort of depending on how much resource we've got to develop new kits. And looking back through the tool bank as well, I've had a big project going through working out exactly what tools we've still got, where everything is, so that we can sort of dig stuff out for vintage classics that we've not seen for a long time. So it's definitely a team effort. We've got our kind of wish list of things that we'd all like to do and things that we think the consumer wants to build. It's just a case of researching and working our way through it.
We start off with a massive list, and then we have to start chopping it down to be more realistic.
Well, I think
so.
You're given a budget every year for tooling, I gather, and so I presume you look at the market and see where things. Because, as I said, we've all talked about this on Chill. We think you've got a fantastic vein that you can bang into, especially as, like Luke was saying, things like the Saracen, the Stolly. Who's not going to buy that Stolly without that crane on it? I wish you put that one out first to me. That crane looked fantastic on that Stolly.
Yeah, there's a little story to that, isn't there? So we always planned to do the Limber version with a crane, but it wasn't planned for this catalogue. So we were going to keep it in our back pocket for another year. But there's an aftermarket supplier that took it upon themselves to, which is fair enough, that's what they do, to go off and sell a resin crane. But I don't know how much it was. It's probably half the kit price again.
$24.99.
How much, Luke?
$24.99.
So that sort of annoyed me a little bit that we've got it in the plan. It's obvious that we were going to do it, and just the thought of consumers spending another 25 quid on something that we've got planned in just felt a bit wrong. So we've done what we can to bring it forward really, and we will release it as soon as possible. So anyone that wants a crane or been thinking about spending that money on the crane, they'll be able to get a whole kit for it. So,
do you want to buy one, Dale?
Yeah.
£29.99 bargain.
That's
Oh,
like
my
how much it was, didn't it?
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Have Airfix considered doing any add-on kits for their models? Example, like the Hobart Funny attachments, flotation devices, or blockage cutters?
Bocage.
Yeah.
Bocage. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've spoken about Hobart's funnies.
Yeah.
Because I think that'd be a cool little thing in 76 scale.
Yeah.
But our focus is always on the big kits, really. So, yeah, that's where we focus our time and resource to again, without sounding commercial, is just to make sure that we bring everyone the biggest stuff as soon as possible.
We did do that about 15 years ago. We did it with the Valiant, with the extra the photo reconnaissance bomb bay for the Valiant, which is the original separate kit. But to be honest, we're from our point of view, we're better off just to put the bits in the base kit altogether.
Yeah. Are there going to be any more releases, surprise releases later on in the year, Dale?
Oh, there always
Maybe.
Maybe, just maybe. Is that it? Final answer? Just maybe.
Toya Wilcox.
Yeah.
Shot in the dark.
Clint, you are like the newbie really of the company. You're the new researcher for Airfix. We've been there 2 years now, researching for Airfix.
About a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
Your speciality is German military, planes.
It's what I'm into, basically.
That's what you're into, is it? Fair enough. With this new Junkers, anything special about that particular plane? Anything with the schemes, anything like that?
Only that when you look into the Ju-52, you're kind of limited by the superstructure of the one that you base it on. Because if you go through the marks or the versions, they've all got doors in different places and cargo hatches, and that's a big bit of plastic. So you kind of have to concentrate on one version, like we have here, the one that we scanned, and that also limits us to the serial numbers in the block of that version. So it does allow us to possibly do others in the future from different versions, because we've only got to do the fuselage sides and things like that. But who knows?
Fantastic.
It's nice to go deep on the serial numbers and the production and get everything worked out. What factories? Because this particular one, only 2 factories built it.
Yeah.
And they've got tiny little differences between which factory built them. So it's nice to incorporate that into a kit, to go into that kind of detail,
Yeah.
The corrugation of that plastic is like incredible.
Yeah.
So we've seen a little bit of it in the video, but when we start sharing photos of it and bits and pieces, and you'll see it.
The gauge changes. It's not all the same gauge corrugation.
Yeah.
There's different gauges of corrugation on some.
Awesome.
And that's all been replicated.
All been replicated.
Good luck settling it.
Yeah.
So while you're on, Clint, we've had a couple of discussions, right? BF 109 or ME 109?
It's always going to be BF. Technically, it's correct, and there's nothing more correct than technically correct. So, I mean, although it can be like, society calls them either. It's also recorded in the period documents, German, British. Either term was used, but the RLM who made all the decisions wanted it called BF, so that's what it is.
BF,
and what Willie Messerschmitt wanted it called either, because it weren't up to him.
No, that's right. And then you mentioned, I thought I'd bring it up here now. because it always gets brought up. We have numerous issues of it, especially on Facebook. What is the position of Airfix when it comes to the forbidden symbol on German aircraft? Airfix, I know the reasons, but to make it clear, why is it you don't have that forbidden symbol on the planes? Just to get it out.
So there's actually 18 or 20 symbols.
Yeah.
From that era that we do not include on any of our kits, aircraft, tanks, or otherwise. So, whilst historically correct, and we can sell products with that with those symbols on in the UK and pretty much the rest of the world, apart from a couple of countries, our biggest distributor in Germany, Gloteby, who own and run Heller brand as well, so we're all friends. They refuse to sell anything with those symbols on, point blank refuse, and that is understandable, I think, from their perspective. So that's why we don't include it. So I know you can buy swastikas and things in Germany. You can see them in books and all that sort of stuff. But so it's not illegal, but their policy has always been no. To the point where in previous year catalogues there has been these smallest symbols in there, and they have reworked catalogues with a black pen to blot it out, or we've had to rerun some catalogues for them or whatever else. It is they take it very seriously, and I can understand why. And that's our position really, and that has been our position for decades. It's not a new thing on our side at all, and it's very much an Airfix decision based on our trade partners. If you look at Corgi within the business, they do include those symbols on their aircraft, but their market in Germany is non-existent versus ours. So. They haven't got that pressure, that demand from their distributors or whatever. So that's it. That's it. It's as simple as that.
So that's it. Yeah, it's the debate's being fired up. That's all it is, and it's not because of anything we've done in scale modelling. I think it's just outside. For instance, I run a Facebook group, and we got a warning that somebody was putting a picture up of a plane with that symbol on it, and they said we will close your group down. And it ended up being a huge debate on, they're trying to hide history. When actually, if you even go back to when the Stuka in 1970 was, the 124th, re-released, I think it was 1979, that symbol was gone on the box art. That was like early, right before the 80s. So it's just one of them. And I just thought if we said it now, hopefully then you'll understand. People understand this is a business decision. Because you're not just selling to us here in the UK, your market is broad, and if your distributors don't want it, then fair enough. It's too expensive to do two sorts of packaging, I guess, as well, with two sorts of box art.
Yeah, I mean, if the volumes and demand was there, then yes, we would look at it. I mean, we'd still need more work our side, and that's not a reason to not do it.
Yeah,
but. Yes, every now and then it pops up. The debate starts again, and then it quietens down. I mean, it all kicked off in November, didn't it? When we announced the 109 at Telford.
Yeah,
effectively. So and then it quietened down. But that is our strategic approach with those symbols, not just that one. Is that we will not purposely include them on decal sheets or artwork.
I think with social media platforms these days, it's difficult because there's not actually a human assessing the images. It's like an intelligent image processing algorithm that will spot a swastika and just bang the whole group, and there's no arguing, it's just that's it, you're done. It's just sidestepping that, really. It's easier to not put them on there.
Yeah, and those modelers that really want to include them on the models, fair play. You know, regardless of where they live, you can buy decal sheets with various scale swastikas on. You can buy masking sets for them and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, you can use those. You don't buy a decal sheet with just one on. You know, you tend to get sheets of them. So they are an option. Yes, you have to spend a little bit more, but that, you know, that's your choice at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's sort of it, really.
Yeah.
Sorry, Luke, you was going to say something.
No, I couldn't agree more. I think this whole erasing history argument that presents itself, it's nothing to do with that at all. And if people aren't intelligent enough to realize there are reasons behind this, and it's not just Airfix that are making this decision, it's the onward chain, it's social media platforms, it's the whole spectrum. So if you want to put it on there, go and spend $5. Do you know what I mean? It's that simple.
Yeah. I mean, I would also say that, you know, look at our range. It's not like we're trying to hide history.
No,
it's all historical, isn't it?
Yeah, and from many different facets as well. You know, we're not just doing RAF stuff. You know, you've got a few new tools that are British subject. You've got the Junkers 52, which is very much a German subject as well. Yeah. So, you know, we're not exactly. We're not shying from it. It's just those symbols that we draw the line at. So
yeah, and they're all justified reasons. It drives me nuts when people start moaning.
Loving the Canberra. That's brilliant. 172nd Canberra. Reasons why you're doing it 172nd and not 148?
It was always the missing one at 72nd scale.
Yeah.
When Airfix came to Hornby, the group of Canberras were some of the first new tools that were done under the Hornby umbrella. But the B2 was always the missing one at 72nd scale. So it was nice to revisit that as a subject and sort of cover off some of those like the fishbowl canopy Canberras to sort of complete that little set of models.
Because was that the same time as like the TSR2 and the Nimrod? Is that when that one was first?
So the TSR2 and the Nimrod were kind of the last projects of Humbrol Airfix, sort of 2006, 2007, and then the things like the Canberras and the Valiant MiG-15, I think, were the first projects that were done when Airfix was bought by Hornby.
Yeah. So going back then to like the Nimrod and TSR2, that is famously, can I say missing? You know, people have often asked why they've not been re-released. If it's the case that you've lost the tooling, would it be something you'll look at in retooling yourself, like the TSR2 or the Nimrod, in the future?
I think we look at absolutely everything, even if we've still got the tooling. You know, that Canberra B2 we've got a tool for, but it's donkey's old, and really, even if we put it in a vintage classic box, I think we would be somewhat ashamed to. So
I don't know. You put that what's it called? That
but there is a line.
Yeah, there is a line, is there?
as flashy or wobbly as some of those lines might be, but so that was we look at everything. You know, if we can do it better now and it fits in with something else we've recently done, then yeah, why not? If there's something like the 48 scale Bantam that we want to get on straight away before someone else comes along and does it, then we're going to prioritize that over doing a new Nimrod or TSR2 every day. You know, so you know that this Bantam is you know it's miles apart from most. So yeah.
Well, that's why just you know we have these debates often, like, oh, when's it going to be re-released this year? You know, and you kind of think, like I say, that Belvedere, I know I still claim it as one of the worst vintage classics, and I do kind of wish that, like he did with the Bond Bug, retooled the glass. If you just retooled that Belvedere glass, you could sell that kit again. It's just that kind of that glass work is crap, but it's already out there now, isn't it?
Don't listen to him, Dan. It's user error. That's all.
Yeah, that's right. Don't blame the kit,
Come on here to be positive about the new range, and he's harping back. God.
Yeah, I'm just jesting with you.
I mean, it's not really a question as such, but the seeking that you put in the new releases, I was surprised to see that, and I think Airfix as a company should be commended for that, because that's the one everyone wants, right? That you speak to anyone, they want to do the yellow one. So you would think, and everyone thought, that maybe because the Seeking is such a popular airframe, there's many things you could have done before the yellow one, so everyone buys all of them, and then the yellow one's like the last one, basically. So I think to release the yellow one now, it proves that Airfix are listening to the consumer.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt, it's not just profiteering off an existing tool. Absolutely not. I was surprised, pleased to see it, but surprised.
Yeah. Say with the Lysander, isn't it? With the SOE, it's what people want, and if you listen, and they'll buy it, and away you go, and we can have model kits for next year as well, isn't it? That's the kind of the idea. Any reasons of no more starter sets this year or cars? A question here. No. Talk about any new starter sets or car releases. You don't seem to do many cars, do you? Is it something that you've kind of pulled back on and just concentrated on the military jets?
No, not concentrating on just military stuff. So the starter set range, obviously we had 2-3 years of going quite hard on new tools there.
Yeah.
Aircraft and the vehicles. So they're bedding in quite nicely into the market at the moment. We'd hoped they would have done better. They're doing well. So we just need. It's something that we were talking about the other day, actually, about what else we can add into that range. Never say never to adding anything else into that space. But for the core trade accounts, if you like, that would take that sort of product, there is quite a range there of 17 items or something like that they are already picking from. It's not like they take all 17 in one hit. They list 4, their following year they come back 5 or 6 or whatever. So and we've got options to change colours and maximise that tooling opportunity as well.
Yeah.
And ultimately that's what it's about. We would certainly like to release some new starter sets. Be that military, civilian vehicles, or something else completely.
Yeah. With the press, you've done a load of gift sets this year. Is that another vision of Airfix now? Because again, talking to Hella, when they release a model kit, they now release it at the same time with the paints. I think their idea was that some of these modelers don't want to faff about looking for paint or trying to find the paint. They'd rather just buy a kit or as an all-in product. Do you see that sort of a future? Because I know you try to distinguish between starter sets and gift sets.
Yeah, we've actually come away from that approach 4 years or so ago, because the tooling that was being used for product intended for a first-time purchaser, a first-time user, rather, because it could be being purchased as a gift. It could be quite complex, the parts. So if you look at that Mark V Spitfire that we do as a starter set, we also released the 72nd scale classic version. Yeah. And I think there's 50 parts difference. The starter set is 21 parts total, including the 2-part stand, 21, 25 parts. And then the classic version of the same scale, the same Mark Spitfire, is 76 parts. Yeah. Once they're built and put next to each other, it's very difficult to tell the difference. Yeah. So for us, the approach has been that we should make modelling is as enjoyable as possible, considering the consumer, the targeted consumer. So if it's a newbie or someone coming back into the hobby, do they want a small Spitfire that's got nearly 100 parts? Or they do not want that. They want to just understand what the hobby is, enjoy their time building it. It's not simple, you know. We're not. It's not a 2-part Spitfire that you're just slamming together. But you will get a feel for the hobby by building those starter sets, and then you can start painting them. So that's our approach for starter sets. To answer your question about gift sets, we released some gift sets last year and the year before. They're normally themed around key anniversaries. They will last a couple of years. We'll drop them out. If they're continuing to do well, they stay in the range. It's about managing price points within our ranges as well. So what you'll see is with starter sets, we go from £12, like £11.99 RRP, all the way up to 70, 80 quid with a big D-Day set. So, but there are some key price points if you look at that range. So that's very important for us. The free gift sets this year, Pearl Harbor we've done before, so that was quite an easy one for us to put back out into the market. There's a key anniversary, so we know we will sell some off the back of that, and the PR that we can wrap around it as well.
Yeah.
They're not starter set aircraft. They don't have to be. We're not marketing them as starter sets. The Sink the Bismarck gift set.
Yeah.
That was always meant to be a gift set, but when it was released 10 odd years ago, for some reason, even though it was given a gift set part number, it never included the patents, did it? So we don't know quite what went wrong there. But
yeah, I think it was added quite late to the range, and there were some issues with sourcing the
grey paint.
Grey. Yeah, but no, we've reworked that. It's going to come with paints and a lovely little display base. With a bit of a timeline, tell the story of like the order of battle, little map. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
And what's the other one?
Lunar
module. Yeah. So to keep our space theme going.
Yeah, good.
Which is selling well. So.
Yeah, they are. Matt, a serious question: would you consider using, like I said, with the vintage classics? Say you release a kit, do you then guide yourself on whether a tooling will be worth retooling by how well it sells as a vintage classic, for instance? You know, like I know I'm trying to think of one that you've done recently that you could, like, if it sells well, would you think about retooling it and re-releasing it?
That's a good question, because you could argue that if it does sell well, then there's no point retooling it because what you've got already sells well. It's a bit of a sort of chicken and egg.
That is actually. I didn't think of it like that because I get pissed about the Concorde.
Yeah, there's certain. I think it's probably more the other way round. If you've got a kit of a subject that should be a popular subject. But the old kit that we've got isn't up to modern standards. So we could get a lot more sales by re-engineering, retooling something that is going to be the best in the marketplace. Then that's what we do. But if we've got something that's a subject that's unique to us, that if we put it out, it does sell well, then you could argue there's no point in putting the effort into spending a load of money on R&D and a new tool.
Yeah.
You're not going to generate that many more new sales.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
We've certainly released stuff in the vintage classic range over the last 3 or 4 years where we've gone, this will most probably be its last time.
Yeah.
And then it will be time to design and tool up a new one. So there has, I don't want to name what they are, but that is always a consideration.
Yeah. Well, it's like your Concorde. I keep telling you, do the Concorde again, please. Can we just have a properly accurate Concorde, and then they will sell? Because, and that was my other argument, is that just using the Concorde as a bit of an example, if you've released that so many times, I think everybody who wants to build a Concorde has built that Airfix one opposed to the others, and it's not quite there. that'll be a prime. If you think, well, you release a Concorde like you did 3 years ago, didn't quite sell well or whatever, maybe that would be something that you could think about retooling and make it as proper a pucker in the future. 172nd, maybe. Hint. Anyway, that's right. Yeah, fair enough. Clint, when it comes to research, how do you first go about? So just say, I presume you did the research on the Phantom. What's your methods of getting to a place where how you pick the schemes and getting them designed to make sure they're accurate?
To be honest, a lot of the schemes that you've seen had already been chosen. Apart from somewhere we thought they could do a changing a little bit.
Yeah.
You just look what looks cool. Look for books. Look on the internet. You know, if something looks nice and colourful and striking, you work out whether that fits with the kit, whether you've got the options on that aircraft in the kit. You know, sometimes you find really nice looking aircraft, and we can't do a scheme of it because it's got certain extras on it that isn't possible to build with the kit. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just going through, finding some nice schemes. If it works out, it works out. You know.
We've all said that about Raspberry Ripple schemes, because the people have asked us for those all the time. But because of the nature of those aircraft, because what they were used for, they have sort of things bolted to them that the sort of main production aircraft, the main in-service aircraft, never did. Whether that was like a pre-production prototype or a later thing, or whatever, they're always different. And I know there's Raspberry Ripple Sea Kings and stuff out there, and helicopters are notorious for having little boxes bolted onto them all the time. But so it's great that we've been able to replicate the Jag 2-seater Raspberry Ripple example that you can go and visit now down at Boston Down.
Yeah.
So it's try to be as varied as possible with everything.
Yeah.
But it depends on the plastic.
Yeah.
But we will stretch that as much as we can in certain areas.
And a lot of it it's all going back to the legends thing. It's finding stories to tell. We have the blog on the website where we can sort of go into a bit more depth about particular decal schemes. So we might want to illustrate a particular mission that was flown by a particular pilot, or a mission where there was a Victoria Cross was awarded, all those sort of iconic things. So that plays a big part as well. And then the other thing is, quite often we'll find, so there's an aircraft with a really cool bit of nose art, which we'd love to do, but then you can't find photos of what the rest of the aircraft look like.
Yeah, so I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things to consider.
Quick question from Scale Model Dave. What was the reason for using coloured plastic in this year's Airfix Club kit, Matt?
It's a fun bit. It's like a limited edition, so it's the only time that those moulds are going to be running that colour.
Right.
So bit of a collector's item.
Matt went rogue, basically.
Well,
no, we spoke about it in the office for ages about because you go back, like the old Lancaster and Halifax kits were moulded in black. If you go right back to those days, so we had sort of said ages ago, oh, wouldn't it be cool to do a series of kits that are moulded in a different colour, or just not tell anyone and do a whole run moulded in black or something like that? It would just be quite cool. The plastic, the makeup of the plastic is the same, so you know. There's none of this, oh, it's softer because it's in a different colour or anything like that. That was the last time I remember talking about it, which was a long time ago. And then all of a sudden test shots turned up and they're bright yellow and bright red. And I was like,
a lot of people say that there is a difference in the plastic if it's green or if it's grey. I don't know. I think it's psychological myself because you can ping it and go grey, green, grey, green. I don't know. Is it the same plastic even though it's a different colour?
It's the same. It's the same plastic. There may be maybe the different dyes have got impart slightly different qualities into the plastic. I'm not sure, but the same. The base polymer is the same.
Is the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in your head, Moz.
Okay, well, yeah. So
If you're going to start telling us that the fraction and the use of a coloured polymer is making a difference, then yeah.
You've
no,
only got to go back to the days of Matchbox where they used to put two different coloured plastic in the same box.
Yeah.
The plastic was identical.
We could do that, John, if you want. That would really upset them.
That would really upset people, yeah.
I still want to know is how some of the Japanese companies could have two different colour plastics on one sprue. There's something special with that.
Because they're paying a huge amount of money for some very expensive and fancy mold tools.
Yeah, yeah. The Hurricane is in the Gina set. Is that rag wing, or are you releasing a metal wing to depict the Hurricane P3576?
Oh, Clint.
What comes to me? It is a metal wing Hurricane, but it is not our tooling.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Oh,
so we have a metal wing Hurricane in our tool bank Mark 1. It's very, very old, and we didn't feel that it would be right to release that as part of this set. So we have been very keen to release those 3 Eurofighters. Very keen to make them different to what you can buy in the market now by pairing something else up with it, which I think is a really, really nice touch. You know, to look back at the. I know what Luke's doing now. Stop it, Luke. But I think it's amazing that we've paired them up to the original aircraft that inspires it. Now we got to Blackjack and was like, but that Tucano hasn't been in our range for a while. It's a really good tool.
Very similar scheme.
Yeah, and the scheme is nearly exactly the same. Well, it's black with Union Jack flag inspired stuff all over it. So with a massive roundel underneath, isn't it? But, so see that in the video. So that was like, well, that's quite nice because consumers haven't been able to get hold of the Tucano from us. That makes that set really nice. But yeah, that's to answer the question and a little bit more. That's why we've done it, and that's why you were mentioning earlier why the prices are slightly different. So obviously they are different series kits being paired with the starter set Eurofighter Typhoon. Yeah. So obviously those different series kits demand a higher cost price from our vendors. So we have to sort of just try and balance that out. Plus the decal sheets aren't going to be easy either. So yeah.
Is that
on the Gina boxing?
Sorry.
I was going to say on the Gina boxing, it shows armament on the Typhoon. Is that included in the kit or not?
No. There's a number of illustrations that if you look closely enough, we get to a point at the end of the year where we have to push through a load of illustrations for the catalogue. And so some illustrations will still vary from what we've got on our website today, what's listed in the catalogue to what will eventually be on the box. So let's just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I don't see the problem in other manufacturers using other manufacturers' tooling. I think it's a red herring. You know, it shouldn't be. The criticism you got when you reboxed the Academy tanks was unjustified, really. You wanted a range of tanks in your range, and you use Academy, and they're good tooling. They weren't crap, and people shove their face in it, like, you know.
I think in relation to that gift set, and to me as a consumer, that's a good shout by the manufacturer. It's a good shout by the people releasing the kit, because they've acknowledged that perhaps their tooling is lacking in some areas because of age or whatever. So they've gone, okay, how are we going to give the consumer the best experience of this? There's someone else that does it and they do a good job of it. It's fantastic tooling if it's the one I think it is. And so it's about that Airfix or whoever as a brand giving the consumer the absolute best experience they can within the box.
Yeah.
That should be commended, not criticised. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my channel taken down now. Being an Airfix fanboy, aren't I?
Yeah, they're not gift sets either. So they are just twin packs. There's no paint, glues, and brushes, because that would suggest a different target audience for them. Now, will you sell bucket loads of those at air shows and stuff like that to children, to newbie coming?
I think it's a great shout, because it shows that whoever the manufacturer is, in this case Airfix, the brand is not arrogant.
Yes.
They're all about the consumer and giving them the best experience. And as a consumer, that's what you want. You want the best experience for what you get out of the box. Of course you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing. You know, yeah. I wouldn't shy away from it. Definitely not. I think it's good. And if you could partner at that, at the end of the day, the winners are the scale modelers who purchase these kits.
Exactly.
You know, and we had the debate 4 years ago with the tanks.
Yeah.
And they were like, so?
Yeah, from our point of view, we are experts. You know, we have a huge tool bank of tooling. It would be remiss of us for a proportion of that not to be our own tools, unless it's strategically important for us to trial a subject area that we're not in. To do what we've done with the Eurofighter Typhoon, we recognise the tooling that we have got is too old and wouldn't give the consumer the best experience. But as a rule, we tend to steer clear of it. We're not really selling our plastic to anyone else at the moment either, unless someone comes along for something that we have no interest in rerunning anytime soon and says, "Can we have X?" Well, let's have a discussion. Always open to those discussions, but it has to be strategically important for us to make that call. And just to reference the tanks, you know, that decision was made 7-8 years or so ago to try our hand in a huge area of plastic modelling, which is 35th scale armour, which we have no tools for ourselves. No. So that's why we partnered with Academy, who didn't have a distributor for that range in the UK. So it sort of made sense. What we found out over the years of selling that range, that it wasn't quite working for us. So we had to sadly part ways and call it. We can go and buy that stuff next week if we want to again. That's not a problem. Yeah. There's no hard feelings. We tried it. You know, and we, as a result of getting into that, we started our own 35th scale tooling, which has eventually led to things like the ferret and stalwart and bits and pieces as well. So, you know, we learnt lessons, we moved on. So
yeah. Well, as I said, you know, I think a lot of it's unjustified, but then I'm an Airfix fanboy. What do you expect? You know, shill. Bring it back to Hellcat, Dale. You know, fair play to you. I saw the prices going up and up and up as the stock levels dwindled on that Hellcat. The prices were getting silly. The only thing is that does surprise me. You brought the Hellcat back now. What about the Mosquito in 1/24th?
What about it? It's not been announced.
I know, but it would be nice.
I thought we were talking about what we've just announced, not what we haven't.
I know. But you don't. I'm being flippant.
No.
The Hellcat, great to see that back in the range.
we have proven time and time again that we have a range of tool bank, huge tool bank, and when the time is right, we will rerun things. And that is the case with everything. And we certainly wanted to rerun an old 24 scale kit, as in not a new tool from the last couple of years. We've got the Spitfire in the range. We've got the 109 in the range. So we felt that there was enough space to bring something back that isn't vintage classic. What have we got? We've got 3 really. We've got Mozzie, Hellcat, and Typhoon.
Yeah.
So we felt that now was the right time for Hellcat over the other 2. Now, will you see one of those other 3 next year? Maybe, unlikely, because we don't want to swamp it again with 24 scale kits and stuff like that. Maybe the year after, we'll see. But rest assured that when we believe the time is right to start introducing, kits from our tool bank, then we will do so. And we are listening. And there was a lot of people asking for that Hellcat again. We believe there were more people asking for that Hellcat over the Mosquito. So that's
okay. That's fine.
I wish I'd have sold mine last week.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were going for megabucks. Like I said,
on that, Clint has done a cracking job on those schemes. Various US schemes, and then that captured. There's a captured Japanese scheme.
Yeah,
which is really cool.
Also, I mean, you look at the profiles you saw in the release video. So the 2 US ones have got loads of lettering all over the wings and everything. So you didn't see the best parts of the schemes. They looked a bit boring from the side, but from the top they look really cool.
Yeah, that Uruguayan scheme is pretty special as well. So that's always a factor. Yeah, if we bring that back now, what schemes have we got information on? What could we do that's quite special? Because I think the first Hellcats there were
a lot of consumers, certainly at 24 scale, because they're a premium product, aren't they? Really,
yeah,
for most consumers. And I think pretty much everyone I know who may already have a 24 scale Hellcat, they're still going to buy that one because of the schemes in it.
Yeah.
They are, because it's a good kit. So yeah, they'll still buy it.
Oh, it's a lovely kit. That I said, it's. But if they go about the schemes of that, I was going to spend one of my next questions was the Japanese scheme. I never knew they had one as a capture. Did you? Did anyone else know that?
No, I didn't know that.
It's an education in itself. Yeah. You must have found that in a book then, Clint, did you?
Yeah, on the internet, I think. But it was just the guy made was doing an attack run on, I think, memory is Japanese airfield. Got hit and had to make a belly landing, and the Japanese flew it around for a bit, but it got damaged, and they found the Americans actually found it marked up as Japanese when they captured an airfield.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It
just gives another interesting option, something that isn't seen quite as much.
Yeah, well, I think you've mentioned it on a previous chill, Dale, that you love them when they come with teeth because they sell better when they come with teeth.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something that looks pretty mean. The Mexican scheme, that was another one of yours, Clint. The Mexican scheme of that vampire is pretty cool. We've done that vampire before. The Canadian one had teeth, so to find the Mexican one with teeth, it's quite different colour set. It's quite cool. We certainly try with those with sort of different schemes, but giving ourselves enough scope for interesting things in the future. So,
do you think you'd ever release any of the P40s in Flying Tiger colours? Because they've all got teeth.
Yeah, I think we haven't.
The original release of the 72nd scale P40B or Warhawk or whatever version it is, I think was in Flying Tigers colours.
I think John Allen would buy a 48 scale one.
Hawk, yeah.
I love the look of the Saracen.
Yeah.
Any story behind that at all? on those Saracens?
That's on my wish list or my get list. Yeah.
Wish to get list, John.
Yeah, will get.
Yeah. So, well, you said we found a vein. Someone said we found a vein. We found a little niche of British Cold War era-ish armor, and that has previously not been tapped by plastic injection kit producers. So, and it's working for us. You know, those ferrets continue to sell both. They both sell very well. There's plenty of stories out there. There's plenty of people that worked on them and stuff.
It shows you get so many people come up to you and say, "Oh, I'll drive one of these. I served on one of these." It's nice to have those stories there. World War II, not so much. It's fading quickly. You know, these are subjects where the guys who operated them are still alive. They can still tell the story. You know.
That's right.
And they love them. You know, reminiscing about their service.
The stalwarts the same. There's loads of stories about stalwarts and stuff.
Yeah.
And these things are freely kicking around. You know.
Yes.
Which is quite cool. So the what have we just announced? Saracen. There's so many of them that begin with an S. I don't want to say the wrong.
There is.
So the Saracen was that's not the one I had in my head, but was you know, it was quite a nice one to go and do next, and there's still plenty of stories about that. So the box art for that, you spec that, the box art for that with the Wessex in the background and a dry stone wall and stuff like that. It's really, really nice. So it
does look a bit Dartmoor-y, like it's been on Dartmoor.
And what's lovely to see in the schemes you've done with that stuff, what's lovely to see is the Northern Ireland scheme.
Yeah,
that's because most manufacturers avoid that like the plague.
Yeah,
and it's nice to see because there's lots of people out there that are modelers now, and they served. You know, so that would be a big seller for them.
It was so hard to find. You could find photographs of like the side of one, but you wouldn't be able to see the registration number. Or anything. The amount of YouTube videos I've watched on the Troubles in Ireland.
Yeah,
you know, looking in the background, you know, there's a Saracen, but you can't make out.
You can't see it.
That probably took me longest to work out the schemes.
What you will find, I think, is the aftermarket guys will be all over that kit because there's so many things that they can do as add-ons, like the rubber barricade smasher on the front, different turret. There's so many different things they can do. The perspex anti-riot stuff. There's so many things they can do.
It's funny because we had this idea that you'd be using that chassis for lots of different kits, and it seems, you know, the Saracen's just the next one in the line.
Yeah.
But I think the limb version of the Stolly is pure genius.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
There's quite when we first did design. When we first started work on the Stalwart, we'd always envisaged creating a common tool that we could use for future vehicles in that family. So they are actually all quite different the way that they're designed, but there are certain parts that are common enough that we can use a common tool.
Isn't the turret of the Saracen the same on the turret?
It's very similar.
Yeah. So it's very similar, but
people will be all over that. Aftermarket consumers, they'll be all over it because it's there's so much they can do with it, you know.
Going back to what Luke said, it was really hard to find a photograph of one that didn't have all these crazy custom bits on it.
Yeah, because they were massively
fit the schemes with what we had in the kit, which is essentially just a standard as it came off the production line. And not many of them looked like that.
No, they were all messed about with.
Perspex and hanging off them.
I mean, if you're thinking ahead to 27, 28, a Saxon would be lovely.
I think you've had your year, Luke.
You've had
no tornado for you this year, Luke. Sorry. Ben did well though.
I did well. I'm happy with mine. I've got my Phantom. I mean, I'm happy you've reintroduced all the ships in the 600. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I'm hoping that's laying groundwork for something else, but I won't hedge my bets just yet. But it would be great if it was. I mean, yeah, no, I've done very well this year. I'm generally very happy. I'm glad I got a few guesses right, including the Junkers. With that artwork, I think you released on Monday. Was that in reference to the Ark Royal, or what was that? Was that like HMS French?
No, you smashed it.
Oh, good.
We a few of us were watching that live, and we were like, oh, they're sort of skirting around it a little bit. They're going a bit, and then you came on, Ben, and said one of the ships there was Ark Royal, blah blah blah, Phantom 48 scale, and I must admit, I was like, we made it too easy.
I mean, it was difficult because it was going through the list of ships and looking, and it was just sort of working out what, because one of the other things I thought was going to be the 72nd Wessex, but then I thought you wouldn't necessarily do an artwork for that or a clue for that thing. It's going to be something big, and hence the Phantom. The Phantom was overdue. The Tornado, I think you're going to keep us salivating for a little bit longer. You're happy to let that one continue just to build more. But yeah, the Phantom, I think, is a brilliant choice. It looks great. I will break my 72nd rule and I will buy one because it can sit on my desk at work and everything when it's done. So
we've got
very, very happy.
I thought this in what Paramjit has worked into the design.
Should I hold it up?
Yeah. Do you want?
Yeah.
So he's designed these little tabs on the side that you can put clips on to hold it together whilst it's setting.
Genius. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's other things like, I don't know if you heard in the video, there's moulded masks for the wheel wells.
Yeah.
Things like that. It's just the proper modeller's kit, you know.
It sounds fantastic, and I mean, I presume it doesn't come with a built engine, but I'm sure someone else will do that, and it will be displayed with the engine out as well. Because I just think it's a wonderful, wonderful kit, and I'm so happy you've done the Navy one first. You've done the senior service proud.
We always do the Navy stuff first. Should get used to that now. The Buccaneer, we did the Navy Buck we did first, didn't we?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, you
Sea
did.
Kings.
Yeah.
It's always right and proper. The Air Force are the junior partner.
Yeah,
that's right.
If it's Pramjet, it's an insta buy apparently.
He'll appreciate that. So I'm sure he's watching. I did tell him that we were coming on this afternoon.
Yeah.
He was watching.
Can I ask you guys a question it comes up on Chill so many times? Would you ever consider building aircraft in 35th to go with those Cold War vehicles?
Not something that we've discussed.
No.
What we'd like to do, John, is try and keep families of product. So and you can look at our ranges and see that.
Yeah.
It's historically not been us, and to release a random scale something and then not follow it up, and that's quite an investment for us just to go right. Let's go and do a load of 35th scale.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what we've always said to people in the comments on Chill. Yeah, that Airfix wouldn't stretch out that much to do because it's a big commitment, isn't it?
Well, it's huge. Yeah. Sorry, I was just going to say, if we've got the biggest tooling budget in the world and all the designers in the world, we're going to be scrapping around looking for things to do, and then at that point we go, let's do that.
Yeah.
At the moment, there's kind of one or two manufacturers that are going down the route of 35th scale aircraft. Obviously, we're keeping an eye on that. But I mean, in the past, we did a range. We tried to do a sort of integrated range of like 48 scale. We did the Merlin with all the army vehicles to go with it, and I think they were a little bit ahead of their time. I think since in the sort of 13 years since we did that range, that there's a 48 scale armour has become more popular. So it's something we keep an eye on, but we don't want to jump the gun.
Yeah, and I think it's a wise decision. I think so. If you're putting 35th scale aircraft next to 35th scale vehicles, the real estate to be able to do that as
Yeah.
a display piece is quite large.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think it will peter out. I think it will peter out, and I think 48 scale armor will continue to gain in popularity.
Yeah, I think it will.
Yeah.
Because of the space. People have got to put these things somewhere, you know, and I think that will definitely be a thing. And there's plenty of 48 scale aircraft out there if you want to put aircraft with a piece of armor.
Yeah.
Loads to choose from.
48
I
scale
think
armor.
there's clearly like there's particular subject matter. So helicopters, for example, that go really well with armor. But
Yeah.
you're less likely to see a tank next to a Phantom.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
I mean,
worked for some subjects, but I don't think
Even
it's
if you were going to do a 35th scale Wessex, that's not going to be small.
No,
You know, it's not small at all. It would go great with a Saracen or whatever as a Northern Ireland type theme. It would be brilliant, but you're going to need a lot of space to be able to store that once it's done. The rotors alone are going to be huge.
yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's a wise decision.
Just one final question to you three lads. This year's release the launch has been fantastic. There's so many kits. I'm going to go away now and count up my pennies. Do you find it harder every year to think of or bring out a release? You know, do you find it harder each year to wow us with releases?
Yeah.
Is it getting harder?
Yeah, it's not an easy job. And if anyone wants to come and do it, then yeah. But yeah, it's a tricky thing, and but I feel like eventually we get there. You know, and by the time we announce it to you guys, then we're sort of pretty solid with everything where we are. But yeah, as I said earlier, we start off with a massive list, and then we have to sort of try and rationalize it down to what is achievable. You know, we start looking at tooling and bits and pieces and have to shelf things or whatever, or there's new CapEx projects are perhaps running later on their schedule versus what we thought they were going to. So therefore, all of a sudden that drops out of the range, creates a bit of a hole or whatever. There's loads of moving parts to it, but yeah, it's not an easy thing to sit down and go through.
and certainly there's some areas of the marketplace, like say 48 scale aircraft, is so saturated with subject matter.
Yeah.
You do have to. You can find things that haven't been kitted before, but you have to be so careful that you're not getting so niche that it's only going to appeal to about 10 people. You know, so
Yeah,
it's difficult to find the balance of not treading the same old ground, but not becoming.
And I think, like the Phantom, for example, there's so many 48 scale Phantoms, so many out there. But like you did with the Gannet, like you did with the Jaguar, it's those little things like you can put the clips on the fuselage to hold it together while you're building it. And it's those little things that will make people go, okay, I want to build a Phantom, Meng or Airfix. Well, Airfix, it gives me this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with that. That's what it's all about. Definitely.
But I think it's also with a British Phantom in particular, Airfix bring it out, that becomes the defining kit, as the 72nd Phantom became in the same scale.
It's the home team, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the home team. So Airfix produce a British Phantom, that becomes the defining kit, and all the others just go to the wayside. And then especially if Paramjit has done all these extra little bits as well, yeah, good luck anyone beating it, because that will be that's exactly what's not to like. It's a Phantom, British made, engineered beautifully, bing bang bosh, done. Definitive kit.
As Luke said, you know, the market's flooded with Phantoms, but there aren't many British ones.
British Phantoms, yeah.
Anyways, I know Dale and Clint have got families, and Matt have got families who want to go back to. Honestly, lads, thanks for jumping on and chatting to us.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was a bit messy in the beginning. I've tried to get into it, but it was a bit hard. I think I was just blown away. Especially there's an SRM-4 hovercraft in the mix as well. Finally brought that out. Just quickly, is that going to be completely plastic, or are you going to do that see-through top on it that they did on the original ones? They had like a transparent top on it, didn't they?
Yeah, that would be the same.
That'll be all the same, will it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Again, honestly, from all of us here, thanks for bringing up your time. Congratulations on the releases.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm quite gobsmacked actually. I'm a bit lost.
Me too.
But that's just me. But again, from all of us here, thanks for jumping on and having a chat with us, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Any of these ready to come up, by the way? Have we got any imminent to get on our workbench, or is it you looking summertime?
So the one thing that we've got in stock as of now is the 48 scale re-released Lightning with coin.
Right.
So that is available right now. That turned up last week. So we thought we'd better not.
Already ordered one, Dale. Already ordered one. Another one.
You have, yeah, with a coin.
I only ordered it because of the coin.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, so that's available. The other stuff, you just have to look at the dates on our website for now.
Okay.
But rest assured, we're trying to bring you as much of that as soon as possible. So, yeah. Pleasure, guys. Thank you for your continued support as ever. And remember, we're watching.
There you go.
Yeah. And listen, take care.
Success.
Cheers,
Wow.
Awesome.
There you are, gents. Wow.
That was quite well, wasn't it?
I was a little bit off my game then. I do apologise. I have got questions, but I haven't got the later questions. So I was flying then. Okay.
Chat's been busy.
But yeah, hopefully you got a lot of information from there. As I said, I'm just looking at the kids. I've already got 15 kits in my basket already. How bad is that? Isn't it? Like, you know, every time I see one, I need to buy that.
That is quite bad. I've got 7.
Do you not want to take a day before you press the order button? Just so you can think about it. And the fact that, for example, it might, we're nearly at the middle of the month. Most people pay credit cards back. If you leave it a little bit longer, you can push it into the next month.
Yeah.
Do you think they should release that first step on the moon with a coin?
No. I mean, it'd be great, but then Moz is going to have another one to his collection, isn't he?
Yeah, but if you had a coin with the lunar lander and then the 3 names, that would probably be a massive crossover collector's item.
It would be. I mean, again, they did the lunar set a couple of years ago, and it sold relatively well. I don't know how much it would be if it'd be a collector's item. I mean, I liked also the answer regarding the coloured plastic in the Airfix club set of that's a collector's one. To me, that was sort of just like Matt wanting to do a wind up. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the yellow and the red, but when someone opened the box, and I think I saw it this morning, I went, "Why does that look like an old Matchbox kit?" And it's like, "Oh no, it's that colour." It's like, but yeah, no. The only question I had, which we didn't get around to asking, was in the Swedish set. I just wanted to confirm if the Draken was the old tool. I'm suspecting it was.
It's got to be.
The rest,
it's got to be.
The rest will all be new.
The only one they've ever released, isn't it? That Vigan is also the old tool from the collector's kit.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've actually got the Swedish set somewhere in another room, the original one with all those in. So
you wouldn't be able to buy that for under £100 now.
I don't think it's complete. So if anyone wants to make me any offers for a non-complete Swedish set, there you go. But yeah, no, I think it was overall a really, really good launch. We're looking forward to obviously a continuing range, I think, of Saladin or Saracens, possibly Saladin, etc. I have a feeling that's going to be coming.
I think the Saladin will be the next 6-wheeler, yeah.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think the Legends series is going to be good, but is that going to be purely 148th, or is that going to do 72nd? Because if you do 72nd, that opens it up to slightly bigger kits. And also, I think somebody said like Guy Gibson, there's various ones you could do in the 72nd tooling. You've got Neville Duke, Eric Winkle Brown. I mean, it depends if you just want to do British, if you want to do American.
Guy Gibson, the only person who flew all 4 different variants of the Lang.
I think so as well. But you know, there's different things they can do with that.
You might even get a 617 Dambuster special then.
Yeah, well, that's what I want, the special. I'm still waiting for that because that new tool from 2013, not that it's really a new tool anymore, but it's so lovely. It's the Dambuster one, and we just need that belly changed. That's all it needs. Just change the belly because the rest is fine. Give us the Grand Slam. But I have to say, I'm rather satisfied with my Phantom and the Junkers. So
Do you want an interesting fact about the Junkers?
Go on.
It's got the same engines as the Bulldog.
I thought we recognised it from somewhere.
Oh, that thing that
you know the Bulldog Mark II that Douglas Spada lost his legs in. But the engines, the Jupiter engines, they were used on the Ju-52.
Oh my gosh!
So, yeah, overall smashing set of releases, and I think
Ju-52, I'm definitely getting that when it comes out.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
well, I'm happy I was bang on the money about that, and then especially with the clue from the painting, very happy about that. So.
Well, I had two premonitions, right? Two-seat Jag and the Saracen.
Yeah.
So the Ju-52 was powered by Pratt & Whitney Hornets?
No. Well, they were licensed built Bristol Siddeley Jupiters.
They were Jupiters, yeah.
And the Bristol Bulldog Mark II was powered by Bristol Siddeley Jupiters. The Mark 7s, I think they were.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that annoyed me is they're re-releasing the Shackleton. I've been trying to sell my Shackleton, so now I'm going to have to drop the price.
Oh.
Yeah. I've got an MR2 in my stash. But
I've got
when they released it, I wanted them to release the AEW Mark II with the big hole underneath.
Yeah.
They've done it.
They always did the AEW too.
We did, Craig. We did discuss that, and Dale said no. But if you said yes, it wouldn't be a surprise. So we'll have to wait and see.
It's like a lot of questions he was asked. He just said, "I didn't announce it."
Yeah.
That's not denying it. The tornado.
He never said no.
Denying it. No. I think the tornado will come at Telford.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it could. I think it will come. It's on their radar. They know about it. They're just happy to leave us salivating that little bit longer.
Yeah,
you know.
So.
He was right about the Canberra being the missing link.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if I don't think you, unless depending on how they cut that tooling up in the fuselage, if you could do the PR9 from it or not, because obviously the wings and that are slightly different, or if the PR9 would need a whole new tooling.
Different on that as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
anyway,
I have to say,
Go on, carry on.
No, I was just going to say, I think that is truly the best release they've done in about 10 years.
Yeah,
as an overall.
Totally agree.
I was really wowed when he really was truly wowed.
I've got 4 must-buys plus the masks.
Yeah. I mean, last year there was only one kit that I really wanted to buy, and that was a 2-seat spit. But this year, I think there's 6 kits I want to buy.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Whoops.
Two of them I've already got last year's release.
Yeah. Anyway, gents, I'm going to call it a quits for tonight because it's 10 past 6, and I've been on. So I've been at the computer since 3 o'clock, and but yeah,
I've got to go to work as well anyway.
So I've got loads going away. There's so much there, and I kind of lost myself a little bit because I was going back trying to go through. It's all about the new releases, really. So, but yeah, there's plenty on there to look at. As I said, I don't think I'll buy another Hellcat. I've already got one in the stash. But just looking at the box art, he's right on top of the wings. There's all sorts of writing and stuff, which is cool. There's the Saracens up there for me to buy. What else is there? You know, the Sea King. I love the idea of the legends with the Douglas Bader.
I really fancy it.
The Swedish Air Force anniversary. And which kit do you think they've borrowed there? Which tooling do you think they borrowed there, Luke?
Armour Hobbies.
Armour Hobby, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that, the Armour Hobby Hurricane.
I think, and I'm sure someone in the chat will correct me, but I think Armour Hobbies were the only ones to do a good tooling of the metal wing Hurricane in 70-second scale.
Yeah.
And it would make perfect sense if Airfix are going to use another tool, use the best.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Definitely. Yeah. I do think the most random kit of the year though was that Robin Hood playset. Or the castle. That was like we had some budget left. What do we do? Quickly grab something random because it was like
when the picture first came up. You remember? I'm sure I've seen them way before my time. But Airfix used to be the like 1/9 or 1/12 scale like busts and figures.
Yeah.
Like historical stuff. Yeah. So when the picture first came up, I thought they repop in like a 1/12 or a 1/9 Robin Hood or whatever. And it's like a 1/76 scale playset. I was like, why is that, man? But I'm sure they know what they're doing. It'll sell.
Oh, of course they do. Yeah. Totally. Anyway, thanks all for joining us today. I think we had up to like 800 at one point watching us.
That's crazy.
Which is kind of freaked me out a little bit. I almost had an anxiety attack when it all finished. But and Armour stopped selling them, hadn't bought the remaining stock. So I guess Airfix got the last run of the tooling. Fair enough. As I said, I want to make that clear. I don't think it should be snorted at that they borrow or they use other tooling from other manufacturers.
Not at all.
No. Anyway,
like Luke said, they gave you the best.
Yeah. Anyway, channel members, I'll be on tomorrow night, Thursday night. So if you're a channel member, come and visit me. Again, thanks to Dale, Clint, and Matt for jumping on, have a chat with us. And next time we'll do a bit different. But thanks all, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Cheers.
See you next time.
Bye.